Bum 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 bum. The Peter Shit Show. Bum 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 bum. It's Friday night. I'm calling today's show the Peter Shit Show for reasons that you'll understand by the end of this video. And I feel very shitty at the moment, and I'm asking that you pray for me again by leaving a dislike on this video. I don't know why. Dislikes bring me a lot of joy, and they often bring me a lot of good luck. Well, it's the holiday season, and it has mixed feelings for me because holiday seasons have a tendency to accentuate all of the prejudice against solosexuals at work. So I work with a couple of colleagues who want to take off during the Halloween to take their kids trick-or-treating. I think my colleague who I'm trying to fill in for has a 8-year-old and a 12-year-old, and don't get me wrong, they've come to the office a few times. I don't have any hatred for it, and quite nothing at all like that. I don't Peter dislike them at all. What I do Peter dislike is that over at the community college where I'm teaching, we technically have what's called a flexible personal time policy. We just have to find somebody to substitute, and I've been filling in for all sorts of stuff like this, which is fine. I love it. I even love meeting the new students involved when I do this. I genuinely do. The problem is that I became very disheartened that I had to work on a very special day this past week, and also last week when I went to see the solar eclipse. I had a really wonderful time at the solar eclipse. What would have been nicer is if I had an extra half a day or one day off from that. I traveled in a very big rush, and the whole trip I prayed that nothing would go wrong with my car, and thank God nothing happened to my car. So I was so upset by all this, I decided to go look for another job. I mean, I didn't quit my job already, but I decided to contact some of my associates to look for another job, and I ended up contacting a former colleague in Seattle, and I think the interview went really well. There's a second round of interview next week, but while going through the interview, I remembered that Seattle still has daylight savings time. And that angers me. Not because I've never had any trouble adjusting to daylight saving, no. But I know that daylight savings time increases the risk of accidents. I've seen horror studies about it, how many people die of it. And I just don't think it's right for God for the government to be playing God with people's lives and their health. I'm sorry, that stuff angers me a lot. And so now I'm torn if I should go back to Seattle. But then I probably shouldn't be quitting my job over a trivial matter like a colleague wanting to take his son and daughter trick-or-treating anyway. So I just want to be able to take time off sometimes. And then I go to my favorite board game meetup, and when I got there, the guys there were playing this really long game, and they knew I wanted to play Ticket to Ride Berlin, and I very patiently waited an hour and a half, 2 hours, or actually more like 2.5 hours for them to finish that game, and got all excited, got the game out, and guess what? They needed to start a different game, and I left angrily. I was so upset that I thought about it, crossed my mind. Thank God I'm a God-fearing person, so I wouldn't do this. But I thought about, this was at an IHOP that we made for the board game meetup. I thought about spiking their food or drink with a substance that would make their bodies smell. I mean, it's a relatively harmless, aside from the fact that it makes their bodies smell, I won't say what the substance is on here because I don't want to get in trouble. I thought about spiking their food with something that might make their bodies smell for a few weeks, and it just so happened I had a little bit of this substance in my car. I collect this stuff. But I thought better of it and decided maybe I should go home and get some rest. And now I don't know what to do. Daylight savings time, my coworker wanting to go trick-or-treating, nobody to play. This has become a very sad saga for me, this game, because I waited all summer for it to be released in the first place. Now I have nobody to play it with. Now I'm wanting to harm my friends at the board game meetup. I mean, it might not harm their health permanently, but it could certainly harm their social lives if I were to do that. So I thought better of it. I don't want to get in trouble. I got important things to do. I don't need that kind of drama in my life, but it's nice to daydream about it. Maybe we can make that into a movie. The idea of spiking somebody's food with something that might make them stink for a few months, cause them to lose all their friends. You know, maybe I get into a fight with some guy over a girl. I could do that to that other guy, right? I'm too God-fearing to try that. And so... Alright, please leave me a dislike. Please dislike bomb this video. The more dislikes I get, it seems the luckier I get. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.